Good morning everyone. Hope you all are safe and doing good. After a long series of circular solids, let's get back to the regular geometrical solids. Let's begin with today's problem. Draw the isometric projection of frustum of pentagonal pyramid having longer base side 40 mm and shorter base side 30 mm with axis of 70 mm resting on its longer side base, keeping one of its base side parallel to VP and nearer to observer. Here the given solid is a frustum of a pentagonal pyramid. Now if we cut a pentagonal pyramid by a section plane parallel to its pentagonal base, we'll get a frustum of pentagonal pyramid. Here in the problem, size of longer base or the length of its side is 40 mm here on the longer side, and shorter base side is 30 mm. Length of the side on the cut face or on the shorter end is 30 mm and axis 70 mm long. So from this space to this space, the height or you can say the length of the axis is 70 mm. Now the solid is resting on its longer side, so the solid is resting on its longer pentagonal base on HP, keeping one of its base side parallel to VP, and edge of its base, one base side is parallel to VP and nearer to observer. So the side which is parallel to VP is nearer to observer, or the same is away from VP. So this is the final position. And please assume that the solid is a frustum of pentagonal pyramid. Now for construction, first we have to start from its bottom base or longer base. We will project this pentagonal base keeping first base side parallel to first isometric axis for this direction of observation. Then we have two methods for projection. First we have progressive construction method and second extraction method. So for this problem we are going to use progressive construction method. As per progressive construction method, first we will project its base, then we'll mark the center of the base, and then from center we'll draw the axis, solid axis, and then from the upper center of the cut face we'll project the cut face or shorter pentagonal base. So this will be the process. Now we know that for isometric projection of pentagonal base of size 40 mm, first we have to draw the helping figure for the pentagonal base. So drawing a regular pentagon of size 40, here we have to take isometric length corresponding to 40. So using isometric scale, we'll take ISO 40 from isometric scale, and then from that length we have to draw a regular pentagon. So the size here in the sheet is equals to ISO 40 for the longer base. Right. Next, we have to draw lines parallel to first and second ISO axis. So here in the helping figure, we have to draw lines parallel to and perpendicular to the first base side, parallel to and perpendicular to the first base side from all corners of the pentagon. So this is the helping figure. Here size of the pentagon is 40 and size of the helping box is x by y. So this is 40 x, this one is y. Next here we have to locate the center of the pentagon. For finding center, simply we have to draw lines from the corner, any two corner, to the opposite midpoint. So this is the first corner and this is the midpoint, opposite midpoint, midpoint of opposite side. And again from this point, midpoint of opposite side. Or you can bisect any two angles. So by doing this, we'll it is center of the pentagonal base. So the location is y dash is the distance from the first base side. Now we have to project this pentagonal base along isometric plane, keeping first base side 40 along first iso axis. So here we have to mark x, size of the helping figure x, first direction in the first line here, and y along second line. So projecting x or marking x along first iso axis, y along second iso axis. This is the length which we have to project. So this is x and y. This is y. Now from these 2 points we have to draw lines parallel to first and second iso axis. So from the point on the second iso axis, drawing line parallel to first iso axis, and from the corresponding point on the first iso axis, drawing line parallel to second iso axis. Right. Now we have to project this pentagonal base over here. Say corners are A, B, C, D and E. So starting from the first corner is the distance for A. This is A. Then from A to B, or mark B from the second corner. Next C, long Y. This is C. Next point D. This is the distance. And last E. Joining all corners of the pentagon, we'll get this base. Next, we have to locate the center here on isometric plane. So, taking y dash along second iso axis, y dash, and a line from D will pass through the center. Or for regular geometry, we know that this distance or this gap is half of x. So from this point to the midpoint of the side, drawing center lines. And then parallel to first iso axis. So this is the base. Next, from the center of bottom base, we are required to draw solid axis. Length of the axis is 70. So drawing line parallel to third isoaxis from the base center, and length of the axis is 70. So on drawing on sheet, we have to take isometric length corresponding to 70. This is ISO 70. Now from the top center, we have to draw lines parallel to first and parallel to second isoaxis. So drawing lines parallel to first isoaxis. This is first axis and parallel to second isoaxis. So these are two axes on the top base. Now here along two axes, first axis parallel to first isoaxis and second axis parallel to second isoaxis, we are required to mark all corners of the helping box of shorter base. So first we have to draw the helping figure for shorter base. The side is 30. So drawing a regular pentagon of size ISO 30. Size is ISO 30. Again, we have to enclose this pentagon inside a box, inside a rectangular box, by drawing lines parallel to first, this is first side, parallel to first and second base side. So drawing lines parallel to first and second isoaxis, or here these lines are parallel to and perpendicular to the first base side. This is the side of the pentagon and size of helping box. X1, Y1, this is 30. Again we have to locate the center. So for finding center, drawing lines from any two corners to opposite midpoint, and the common intersection point is the center of this pentagon, showing distance of the center from the first base side y1 dash. Now we have to project this pentagonal base over here along two isometric axes passing through the top center. So here what we have to do is, again we have to draw lines from the center in helping figure parallel to first and second isoaxis, or parallel to, here these lines are parallel to first and second, parallel to and perpendicular, so parallel and perpendicular to the first base side. Now from the center, this is the distance y dash, this is the distance which we have to mark here. So this much is the distance along first isoaxis. Taking this distance and marking this endpoint. Next, this is the distance from center to the side of the pentagon. So from this point to this point, this is the distance which we have to take. So marking the same point here along second isoaxis. This is the distance along first isoaxis on the other side, and this is the last distance. Now from these 4 points, drawing lines parallel to first and second isoaxis or parallel to center lines. Next, parallel to second isoaxis. Now, last we have to mark all 5 corners of this pentagon on this box. So starting from first point, say these points are A, B, C, D, E. So F, G, H, I, and J. F is this much. From first corner, this is F. F to G, F to G, or from corner to G, corner to G. Next, from corner to H, corner to H, corner to I will be on the center line, corner to J, and last, yes. So, joining all 5 corners, we get the upper base. Now we have to show all outlines of this solid which can be viewed from this direction. So joining corners to corresponding corners, and here the top base is completely visible, so all the sides are visible outlines, showing them. Now this corner is to be joined from this corner, and this is a visible generator. Next, from this corner to this corner, it's a generator. Next, from this corner to that corner, and this generator is on the second side, so will not show. Now from this corner to this corner, again it's a visible generator. Now on the bottom base, these are sides which can be viewed from the direction of observation, and all other sides, first side, second side, and third side, also these 2 generators are hidden generators, so we will ignore them. So this is the final projection. Last, dimensioning. So for the base side, drawing line for dimensioning parallel to first side, parallel to the side for which we are showing the length, an extension line parallel to second isoaxis. Here again we have to extend lines parallel to second isoaxis, and for the axis we'll extend center lines, and for dimensioning, line parallel to solid axis or parallel to third isoaxis. This one is 30 and height is 70. Last, direction of observation, preferably from the center line, and this will be the direction. So this is the final projection of the given frustum of pentagonal pyramid, which is resting on its longer side, longer base, provided an edge of the longer base is parallel to VP and in front of VP, the same is nearer to observe or away from VP. So this is the side which is nearer to observer from this direction, and the same is parallel to VP and also away from VP. So this is final projection. Last, in examination, please write helping figure and isometric projection here. Now it's my request to you that please draw this problem on your sheet, and if you face any problem regarding this problem, this question, or regarding any other problem or related to any topic on the engineering graphics, please write your comments on the comment section. Thank you.